It's wonderful to be with you to practice today. Thank you so much for showing up. One theme in my internal practice lately is releasing tension and also taking responsibility for the tension that I feel. Um, there's a tremendous like internalization of when there's something not working in my immediate environment or my community or my country. um, in dualistic thinking, the problem is the other. So there's a enemy that we're fighting against, or that has brought the bad thing to us. And from a non-dual perspective, or from like a unity consciousness perspective, um, we're all connected, and um, that means that I play a role in the tensions in my environment. So that's been something coming up for me lately, and yeah, just feeling inspired to come to my practice every day and start to unravel the knots that I might feel. And it can be catalyzed by things in my environment, but to really do my inner work, as well as outer work, but to making sure to take that time for the internal process of unwinding, of loosening and opening inside. So we're just going to start with a practice with that in mind. Go ahead and sit comfortably. Give yourself a few breaths to refresh and relax yourself. With the surrender practice, you'll be breathing into your heart center. And when you exhale, there is this depressurizing, loosening, letting go. And sometimes our mind, just keeping track of our life tasks, keeping everything organized. Um, it's okay to let some of that go right now as you take these deep breaths. Feel your physical body softening and opening, forehead relaxing, jaw, tongue, and throat center relaxing. Heart center open, upper abdomen, the solar plexus area relaxing, and lower abdomen, the navel center relaxing. Deep in the pelvis, the sex area relaxing. From the base of your spine, feel the channels that run down your legs, relaxing all the way to your feet. If you'd like to soften your arms for the tension release breath, the fingertips just rest on the earth. Inhalation fills lungs, expanding, bringing light, space. And exhale is letting go, allowing any stress, tension, any stuck energy to flow out of your arms and out of your system. We'll take a few moments with this practice of surrender and releasing tension. Just one easy breath at a time. As you prepare to flow, you might like to shake off your hands, brush off your body, brush off your energy. Choice point to adjust your sitting position. And we'll breathe in, reach the arms up overhead. Breathing out, press palms out and down. Enjoy a few breaths with that movement, combing through your energy body, filtering, cleansing. As your arms rise, take that into a side bend with the right arm down. Circle your left arm. So just drawing a big circle on the sky. Turn your neck to look down and up and go both directions with that circle. Next inhale, rise up, both arms high, center. Exhale, left arm down. Yeah, so these easy breaths as you circle out shoulder. And throughout your yoga movements, feel welcome to come back to this tool of surrender, creating space, opening between crevices when you inhale, and then releasing, letting things go when you exhale. Rotate your neck, looking down and up a couple times. Sweep both arms up, breathing in. Exhale, one more press down with your arms. Walk yourself out into child's pose toward the back of your mat so you've got room to extend your arms forward. Release your spine and breathe all the way down to your abdomen, feeling your low back open up. With your inhale, rise to table. We're going to take a cat-cow devotional flow. Open up your heart. This is cow pose, back bend. When you exhale, cat back, and then sit on your heels. Inhale, flow into table, and then to cow. Exhale, round your back for cat, and then have a seat. Devotional pose. Trace that movement matching with your breath. With your next visit to table, curl the toes under. We're going to stretch the sole of the foot, sitting back. Shift forward for a nice wrist stretch. Yeah, try to get the underside of your hand all the way down to the mat as much as that feels comfortable. With these deep breaths, you're shifting forward and back, opening under your hand, opening through your inner wrist. Walk yourself back into downward dog. You may want to take a little more space between your hands and your feet. Lengthen that stance. Walk it out, bend your knees. Allow the weight of your head to settle downward, shoulders unshrugging to make space between ears and shoulders. Shake head side to side. Breathe through your mid back and let it open up. With that next exhale, walk feet to hands, standing forward fold. Use your inhale to stand tall. Raise your arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, comb the arms out to the side. Find your mountain pose and take 3 clarifying breaths, clearing your mental and emotional field. With your inhale, sweep arms up, send salutations. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, open up your heart. Exhale, bend knees to step into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down or all the way to your belly. Inhale, lift heart for cobra. And exhale, forehead to the ground. Yeah, we're just gonna warm up our cobra. Lift and lower. Walk your hands back a little bit. So hands are by your low ribs. For now, there's just a little weight in the hands. You're mostly waking up your back muscles to lift you in the pose. After your next inhale or exhale, then inhale to table or plank. Exhale back to downward dog. Walk or hop to meet your hands and relax in a forward fold. Exhale all the way here. Inhale to stand tall, reach, open the front of your body. Exhale, arms by your side, mountain pose. A breath to stand tall. With your inhale, reach up, open heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to a flat back. Exhale, walk or step to plank. Full breath in your plank. Knees down or straight legs all the way to the earth. Cobra pose. Keep a little bend in your elbow, heart forward. Exhale back to downward dog. Walk or float to your hands. Next, exhale, deepen the forward fold. Inhale as you rise, root your feet, reach your arms. Exhale, arms beside you, mountain pose. One more cycle, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, find your plank. Inhale, hug the abs, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hover down to the earth. Inhale, cobra, or another back bend if you like. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe and center in your downward dog. For three-legged dog, inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose in plank. Yeah, we're gonna stay on that cycle. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, coil in, rise up on your left tiptoes. One more cycle there. With the knee forward, create a lunge. Plant your right foot flat. Left knee could stay lifted or touch on the ground, whichever you prefer. And we'll row forward and back. Lengthen out that front knee and then lunge forward, opening up the back thigh. As you come into lunge, plant your left hand and twist. Raise the right arm up. And we're taking that shoulder circle. So just tracing a circle on the sky, both directions. Bend your right elbow like a cactus arm and just let it fall behind you. Turn your heart as upward as you can. Soften your neck. 2 deep breaths. With exhale, touch the mat. Walk yourself back to downward dog. If you need a moment off the wrists, that's going to be child's pose. 2 centering breaths before the second side. Yeah, internalizing. Next, inhale, left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose in plank. Yeah, and just riding that wave of your breath. As knee comes forward, create your lunge. Left foot flat. Right knee could tap down or stay lifted as you row in and out of that lunge. Yeah, front leg lengthens and then lunge into the knee, sink your hips. With that lunge, let's twist. Right hand is planted on the earth, left arm to the sky, shoulder circle if you'd like. With arm lifted, bend elbow, that cactus shape, and try to send your elbow back with gravity. So a little bit of a heart opener. Relaxing through the neck. Stand into your front foot, bend that knee and breathe. Great. Next exhale, touch the ground. Enjoy a moment to flow or relax, your choice. Let us meet in table. Cross your ankles and roll down to your back. And have a little core fun. And a couple arm options for this next shape. Hands can be beside your hips, or you can lift your hips and be sitting on the back of your hands. I find that's a little more low back support for some people. So we've got some swimming circles, kind of frog leg circles. I'll just start doing them, and then feel free to join in as you find that movement yourself. So we're hugging knees to chest, and then it's like the butterfly pose. Feet together, knees open, and connect your knees as they come in toward your chest. So these big circles, and we're trying to do that without collapsing into a back arch. So your low abs are moving toward your spine, helping to support your back. Yeah, try to reverse the direction of that circle. Nice. I've got a fun new one for you guys. As you finish that up, hug your knees. Maybe you want to do happy baby just because it's fun to be a happy baby. All right, roll to one side. You're going to prop up on that elbow, bend your knees, and our movement, two options. So you can do a clamshell where the top knee is lifting and lowering. And then if you'd like, you can do a hip lift, kind of like a mini side plank as you lift the knee. So we're just gonna do 10 lifts like that. So we're counting down 9 and breathing, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, they create a lot of space between your bottom shoulder and your spine, kind of lifting out of that shoulder. I love how these just, it's like a slow reveal, like, oh yeah, whoo, feeling it. Yeah, last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Just sit on that elbow, extend your legs, and get a side body stretch. So ribs kind of sink down, heart lifts up. Flip over to the other side. I'm going to face the camera, but however you want to flip for your space. Prop up on the bottom elbow, bend the knees. So first choice, lifting the top knee. If you want to add to that, when you lift the knee, you're lifting the bottom hip away from the ground. Yeah, so a clamshell with a side plank. We're counting down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Relax your side body. So the lower side is, we're just going to let that sink a little bit. If you want to extend your legs, Sometimes bottom elbow can kind of root down to get more length through that side body. All right, we got one more core strengthener. Go ahead and lie onto your back. Also offering some multi-level options here. So we're targeting our back body core. This is like our glute, low back connection, even through our hamstrings. So we're doing a hip lift. Get started by lifting and lowering your glutes. And at the top of that lift, there's a little squeeze. All right. So we're going to do 20 total. And if you'd like to up the ante and your knees are fine, you're going to walk the feet a little closer together and do a hip press with one leg up. Yeah, so with one leg in the air, we're doing that countdown. 9, 8, 7. Yeah, as you're doing that, you're breathing, and um, exhale is enhancing your strength. So feel free to really use that, make it strong to help your pose. Yeah, last one. Nice job. Plant your right foot. And we've got 10 more. So either 10 more with both feet on the ground or send your left leg straight into the sky. If you've got a leg in the air, try to keep your side waist equal length from left to right sides. Sometimes the leg that's lifting, we're going to you naturally shorten that side. So try to keep it long. Great job. We've got our last 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees or take happy baby. Couple of easy breaths. Rock and roll your spine. And we're going to come up to a yogic squat. If you want to roll up there or just step your way up to that pose, go right ahead. Nice. From yogic squat, take a forward fold. You'll straighten your legs, step the feet a bit wider. So the feet might be 3 feet apart or so. Walk the heels in and take a deep squat and then straighten your legs. Excellent. We're going to hold about halfway down. So make your thighs parallel to the ground. You may like to use hands to massage your spleen meridian on the inside of your shin. That can feel really good. Try to cow your back like of cat and cow. So we're opening our heart, lifting our sitting bones up. Use the forefoot and the heel evenly to hold your body. Nice job. Let's release by standing up. Press into your legs. Woo. We're just going to twist that out. Feet walk a little closer together as you spin easy through your torso. All right. Stand facing the short edge of your mat, and let's come into warrior 1. Right leg, big step back, lunge into the front knee, and sweep your arms overhead. and find your center. One more inhale in this pose. Exhale, lower your arms. So we're coming to balance in warrior three. Arms could be down and wide like airplane wings, or weave your hands together behind your back. Lunge forward with your torso. Start to push off your back foot as you become parallel to the ground. Back leg is lifting more than your torso goes forward. Yeah, so you're leading with the strength of your back body. The standing knee may have a slight bend to help build strength around that joint. Come up to standing staff. Lift through the back of your head. Raise your right knee. Yeah. Figure four chair. Cross the right ankle on the left knee and have a seat. Sweep the arms overhead. Relax the sides of your neck and breathe to the bottom of your lungs. Nice. Stand tall back into standing staff. Take a big step back, and we're coming to extended side angle. Bend and straighten into the front knee. Hips are more facing the long side of the mat now. Excellent. Either rest your left elbow on the left thigh or left hand comes to the ground by the inside of that foot. Right arm is going to reach up alongside your ear. I also want to offer circling that shoulder for a half or full bind. So half bind is right hand is in the left back pocket or close enough. And then full bind for crazy pretzel people. Bottom elbow is going to drop below that left hamstring so you can reach the hands toward each other. So we've got a couple moments in that challenge of side angle with a bind. Release your arms. With your inhale, stand up, both legs long, arms overhead. Coming for a triangle pose. You may like to walk the back foot a bit closer to the front as you hinge to your left. Both legs are long. From the weight of your back foot, spine is lengthening out. One more inhale in triangle. Exhale, look down. Bend the front knee as you touch the mat. Reposition your back foot. So we're orienting toward the short edge of the mat once again for the pyramid. Front leg lengthens any amount. Allow your spine to first get long and then fold over that front leg. These easy breaths. A great pose for the practice of surrender. Lunge into front knee and step back foot forward. Rise up to standing. Drink in your breath in mountain pose. Warrior one, left leg back. Big stride back. Lunge into front knee. Yeah, the angle of the back foot is meant to support that back knee, so you can adjust the toes more in or out so that knee feels good. Reach the arms overhead. Elbows could always come wide. For some of us, that decompresses your neck. Always an option here. One more full breath in. Exhale, lower your arms. Yeah, warrior three. So either airplane wings or hands behind your back. Stay with your breath as you balance. Shift forward and lead with the back leg. So as the back leg lifts, torso may fold forward any amount. Left hip crest is just as tall as the right. Yeah, so we're shining our belly button to the earth. If you had little laser pointers off of all of your left toes, those lasers are also pointing to the earth. Strengthen through your right leg as you stand into standing staff. Raise your left knee. Figure four chair. Cross left ankle over the right knee. Arms rise. Upper ab strength is going to draw those front ribs in. Yeah, helping to open up your throat, open up your mid back. With inhale, stand tall, standing staff. Exhale, big step back, and we're setting for warrior side angle pose. So bend and straighten your front knee. Yeah, so you know it's coming. We're gonna set that pose up with the option to bind. So resting on your elbow or your hand, whichever feels like a better stretch. Shoulder circles. Yeah, leaving room to be curious about your pose. For that bind, the arm internally rotates. Palm is pointing back, palm is away from you. For the half bind, we've got the left hand in the right back pocket, opening the shoulder cap and the side of the neck. Full bind, that bottom elbow is going to clear the thigh so hands can connect. A few breaths to harness your strength. Sink into the earth and open your heart. With an exhale, release your arms. Inhale, let's stand up. Both legs long, reach high. Option to reset the back foot a little closer to the front foot as you take triangle. Yeah, deep hip opener. Back foot carves through the pinky edge and the big toe mound, helping to open up that side body connection. Gaze down, bend into the front knee, and we're headed for the pyramid. First, reset your back foot. So feet are uh, facing more forward than out to the side. Create length through your spine. Get really tall. Right hip draws slightly back as the front of your spine lengthens out. over the leg. Great job. Let's release that. Lunge into the front knee, and you're actually going to step back, either child's pose or one more flow. Let's see what your body is asking for. Tap knees down and have a seat. We've got a little inversion time. I'm going to instruct some uh, dolphin rows. And if you would like to do your own headstand or something at this point, that is always available. I'm really into dolphin pose, as most of you guys know. I think it's really healing for our shoulders, and it's perfect preparation for the inversion poses. So if you're joining me in dolphin, we start in table and then bring the elbows down. Interlace your hands together and then lift your knees like a downward dog. Walk your feet back a little bit, and our row is going to be shoulders forward and then lift the hips back into the dolphin. So kind of through a forearm plank and dolphin pose. This pose is really flexible for your needs. I find for some of us who have tighter shoulders, we can really open in that lifted position, that dolphin position, pushing the chest to the ground. And then those of us who have like clunky or more delicate shoulders, you're really going to stay in the strength. You're not just going to hang on your joint. Yeah, so stay in that movement, firing your rotator cuff. Yeah, so your choice if you want to do 5 more rows, take a rest in child's pose, choosing your own adventure. After a brief rest, come on into table and we're going to thread the needle. Reach the right arm out and up. Inhale. Exhale, dive under. So we're resting on the right shoulder. Left hand can stay right in front of your face, kind of pushing to stack the shoulders. That arm could also take the half bind, tucking behind your back. Let your breath open both sides of your lungs. Press down with your left hand to come out of the pose. Second side, reach left arm wide, breathe in. Exhale, dive under to thread the needle. So we're resting onto the left shoulder. Choose your right hand placement. Each moment in the pose is melting away a layer and becoming more aware. It's really fascinating how your body can open up in unexpected ways. And plant your right hand to press up and out of that pose. Go ahead and have a seat. We're gonna sit 90-90. So taking your right shin, that's gonna come out in front of you, and then the left leg is gonna turn in. If that's ever a lot on your knees, go ahead and sit up on a cushion. So we're gonna start with some fun meridian knocking. So you've got these light bouncing fists, and you're gonna be tapping the inside line of your right leg and then the outside line of your left leg. And you might give yourself some extra time where things are tender or sensitive. This is a great refreshing of our liver and gallbladder meridians, which are asking to be cleared in springtime. Excellent. Change your legs when you're ready. So left shin is out in front. Also like to add for the back foot, some of us like the arch side on the ground. Some of us like to kind of rotate, so more of the top of the foot is downward. See what feels good as you take that meridian massage. So just light fists, your wrist is kind of bouncing, very, very easy on the hands. Excellent. As you finish that up, we're going to get ready to wind down. I want to offer a moment if there's any last poses you want to do before Shavasana. This could be folding forward. This could be happy baby pose, maybe a gentle twist. Take the Shavasana pose. This time of letting go. body in a state of surrender and the mind, deep surrender. Gently expand your breath, stretch your hands and feet, stretch your eyebrows and your cheeks and your jaw. Transition slowly to your side and then come up and sit. With eyes partway open, close your practice with a sense of gratitude. And consider any shift you've made in yourself through this hour of practice. And also consider the shifts you've made through your years of practice. So much to be grateful for. Thank you guys for being here. What a wonderful way to start the day. Namaste.